Hello everybody, how are you doing today? Yes, I have no makeup on my face because I just got my hair dyed. Oh, that was fun. My sister is so amazing. She is a hairdresser and she dyes my hair all the time. She cuts my hair. It is so wonderful to have a hairdresser in the family. So anyway, moving along, I want to talk a little bit again about Jeffree Star and seriously what an impact this theft has made on, what's been going on. And the fact that, if you guys don't have Twitter, there was a tweet to Jeffree Star, and his stuff is being sold at Burlington. Now, I don't like to edit videos. It's a pain in my ass. But just for giggles, I will try to throw a screenshot of this tweet in right about now. So bear with me. I'm not a good editing person, but we're going to try it. Okay, so I hope that works out well. But anyway, oh goodness, I had to get the shade prostitute. I just had to. Oh, just because the name is hilarious. But anyway, and it's actually really pretty. I was gonna use it for my eyes though, not my cheeks. But well, maybe I'll try it. Everything's worth a try once, right? Sure, why not? So let's move along and let's talk about what this. I'm so I'm so kind of torn with this situation, to be perfectly honest, because now this, really makes me wonder, how in the hell do these discount stores get their makeup? Jeffree responded, basically with that tweet saying that it's expired and somebody stole it out of the trash. So a business like Burlington is making money off of stolen trash? That, guys, it really makes me wonder. I mean, I don't want to be like one of those conspiracy people or whatever, but it's so weird because I'm like, okay, all these places you always see, what I found at TJ Maxx or whatever. Now, TJ Maxx is not Burlington. They're two different entities, but it really just makes me wonder, dude, how are they getting their stuff? So Jeffree Star's warehouse gets, robbed. So many things are taken. Things are being sold in the black market and on Facebook groups and on Instagram and all this other shit. And the next thing you know, shit pops up at Burlington. It's like, oh my God. So in my mind, it really makes me wonder about, going to places and buying discount makeup. I have never been to, well, I have been to TJ Maxx. I have, but I've never bought any makeup from TJ Maxx. But I also always see, people going to TJ Maxx. A lot of your big beauty influencers have done it. I know even Jeffree Star has done it. Rich Lux has done it. Toddy, I believe, has done it. So there have been people that, do these kind of, makeup hauls, or they go in there to see what they can find. But I'm like, how are these companies getting that stuff? It just, if you find Anastasia at TJ Maxx, how the hell they get it? Is it stolen? Is it legit? Now Burlington, I mean, I'm really going to wonder, because I'm like, dude, again, TJ Maxx is completely different. So I don't want to, I'm not accusing, please don't get me twisted. I'm not accusing TJ Maxx of anything, but let's just stick with the Burlington. It really makes me wonder, how the hell do they get that discount items? How do they? So people are, basically paying for expired, stolen items. Wow. Wow. It's just so, I hope it's pulled from the shelves. I mean, they can't be that naive to think, well, we didn't know. It's like you've never had Jeffree Star in your, anyway, I can't. But I want to say this, and I'm not on Jeffree Star's payroll, because Lord knows I wouldn't be working my ass off if I was. So before people even come for me with that, but normally people don't. But I just wanted to throw it out there for shits and giggles. But I want to say this about Jeffree Star. I know Jeffree Star is someone that people love to hate. He is. But I don't hate him. I just sometimes get annoyed with him. I get annoyed with some of his, tweets or things like that. I sometimes do. Sometimes he gets a little too egotistical for me. But that's irregardless of anything. You cannot take away the fact that Jeffree is a very smart businessman. He is a businessman genius. He really, truly is. And he works his ass off. Okay? You have to respect that. And people that hate on Jeffree Star saying, well, he had millions stolen, you know, and insurance covered it. It's not about that. This man is not sitting on a yacht slurping tea. He travels the world. He opens Morphe stores. He does meet and greets. He's at his business all the time. He's making products for his consumers. It's not like he's just sitting and shitting in the wind, guys. He's a very hard-working man, so he deserves the riches that he has. And I mean, I'm not rich. I'm just like a little middle-class American. That's all I am, just a little middle-class girl. But I will respect the fact that he became rich on his own terms. He built that from the bottom up, guys. So that's what I always think of when I, you know, talk about Jeffree, is that he started his business with 3 liquid lips. That's how he started his business, with 3 little liquid lips. And now he has a total empire. And he made that, you know, well, him and his team, but he's the one he made that. He worked for that. Again, he wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He built it, he made it, he earned it. Okay, so the fact that he's a millionaire, he is a well-deserved millionaire because he has, you know, fought through the trenches. I mean, even just being, you know, the way that he is, and just being an openly gay man. I mean, Jesus. I mean, I know Jeffree Star is in his 30s. You know, 10 years ago, that shit was not accepted, okay? It was not the way that it is now. So he had to deal with a lot of bullshit to even... That's just my thought on it. No, I'm not trying to make this everybody love Jeffree Star video. I'm just trying to kind of put you in a train of thought of just think 10, 15 years ago, you know, when Jeffree Star was like 15, 16, 17 years old, do you really think that it was easy for him? Because it absolutely wasn't. Nowadays, everything is more accepted, but not 100%. You know, not 100%. You still have people out there with their, you know, not open-minded, and they're like, oh, no, you know, you still have people there, but it's not as bad now, you know. And I want to say, you know, he had to not only build his empire, but he had to build this empire on people that hated him. So, or hated what he did, or hated who he slept with, or just hated his life, you know. So that takes a lot. So he was up shit's creek with no paddle, and he made it out the other end, okay, is basically what I'm trying to say. And he's always had his makeup sales on his terms. It was him that released his products. It was him that said, I'm going to let Beauty Bay, Beautylish, and Morphe sell my stuff, you know, nobody else. He even said on his last one, when he made the collab with Morphe, he goes, am I going to go into a store? Not just yet. He likes the fact that he is his own. And I respect that, because him being his own, he took a lot of sweat and tears into that business, guys. Whether you want to admit that or not, it took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to make that business and to get it as high as it is today. I can imagine. I really can. So I will always give him the credit for what he has done with his life, and the fact that he has earned his money. He's earned it. And I'm not saying not every rich person earns their money, but let's be real. There are some people that are born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Just saying. So that being said, I really think it's an extremely shitty thing that his stuff is being sold at Burlington, and that consumers are basically being ripped off. And we're basically feeding the problem. You know, Burlington is kind of feeding the problem. You know, like the black market, it is a problem. So places like that, when they buy these things to make a profit to sell it to us, it's feeding the fucking problem. Burlington is like a good business. It's a huge business. Why are you feeding the problem? Why are you selling stuff that's not legitimate? Pull it. Just pull it off the damn shelf. It's expired. It's stolen. Get it off the shelf, and don't make any money off of it. So they are part of the problem. If they're going to continue to do, you know, to sell that product, they need to pull that shit off and just leave it at that. And that's my opinion of it, guys. So I really hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening to my rambling, as always. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for spending 5 seconds, 5 minutes, 5 moments, anything of your time with me. And I appreciate it. Kisses as always.